Of all the guitars I've owned over the years, one that I haven't owned is actually a baritone guitar. Baritone scale guitar is anything between 27 and 30 inches or so on the scale length. And so, no time like the present to try and figure out how to do it with a CNC. So the other day, I cut out these two 27-inch scale fretboards out of zebrawood on my Shapeoko 4. And so in this video, I'll show you how I drew them using Carbide Create, and then show you the result on the CNC machine.
There's a great online fretboard calculator that you can use to generate SVG images that will import into Carbide Create. Here I set the scale length at 27 inches, and then I set the string width at the nut and the bridge both to 2.5 inches. Here what I'm trying to do is actually not create the exact tapered fretboard, but to just create the lines that I need. And then you'll also see that I'll set the number of frets to 22 and then the number of strings to 0. And what this ends up doing is effectively removing a bunch of excess lines that we don't need. In Carbide Create, the first thing that I do is to set up my workspace for the size of my blank. In this case, 23 inches by 6 inches, and then roughly 1/4 inch thick. And so next we can use the SVG that we created in the previous step and actually bring that into Carbide Create. And when we do this, what you'll notice is that it actually orients it the wrong way. And so luckily, all of the lines are already selected. So what we can do is choose rotate, do a -90-degree angle to rotate it to the right. And then when we hit apply, it looks like it disappears, but you can actually zoom out a little bit. And so now the goal is really to just move this shape to be nicely centered within our blank. With the drawing centered, the next thing I'm doing is removing all the lines except for the frets. What I'm looking for here is just having the lines the proper spacing for the frets. What I can then do is create my own rectangle, and this is where the 2.5 inches comes in from before. Because I made both the front and the end of the fretboard the same spacing, all the fret lines here are 2.5 inches. And so when I draw a rectangle, I can set that equal to 2.5 inches by however long the fretboard is, and then that will make the perfect shape for me to be used later in the CNC. And so I'll set it up here. I'm going to leave my corners square, and effectively what I'm doing here is creating a blank that I can use in any future project as long as the scale length is 27 inches. And so I can vary the nut width if I want to. I can vary the string spacing because I'm going to have this blank that is much wider than I'm going to need to be in the future. The next step in the process is cleaning up an artifact of the fretboard generator. And so as you saw before, there was a center line. The way they generate the SVG, half of the fret touches the center line, and then another line segment starts from that half to the other end. And so what I'm doing here is just selecting both halves of the fret and then joining them together within Carbide Create. What this is going to do is have many fewer cuts to be made when the G code is generated. I'm sure the computer would figure it out, but by having those two lines connected into a single line, it can keep the cut going across the fretboard. Now with all the frets joined, I'm going to make a copy of the top one and place it on the bottom here and make 2 fretboards at the same time. The biggest time waster in CNC for me is changing tools, and so I would expect it's going to take about 20 minutes or so to cut the fretboard, but cutting 2 is going to take much less time because again I won't have to change tools as often. And so now what I'm going to do is go through and actually set my tool paths. And the first thing that I'm going to do is do the nut. And the nut, when you're doing fender style fretboard is an 1/8 inch thick, and I want to do that on the outside or the right line. So I want that first fret to be the starting point, and then I'm going to take 1/8 of an inch away from the outside. And when we set up the nut, that point right at the end of the start of the fretboard line, we want that to be where we're measuring from. And so after that, I go around and actually do the perimeter, since that's also going to be an 1/8 inch. And that one we want to do on the outside. And so by doing it on the outside, we get sharp 90-degree corners. And then finally, going through, going to select all of the fret slots and do them with a very specialized bit. And so this bit is only 0.6 millimeters wide. And you'll see in a second when I go through this that I don't set the cutting depth very deep, and this is somewhat intentional. What I'm using the CNC for here is actually to scribe the lines. I'm not going to go the full depth of the fret, because what I can do is come back later and make those cuts deeper by using a handsaw. It keeps you from wearing out the bit too quickly. It also keeps you from necessarily maybe breaking the bit. And so here I'm going to use it to scribe the exact locations and then do it by hand. Now that I've set the tool paths, the last thing I do is actually go into each of them, just double check that I've set everything the way I want to. In this case, I'm going to go and make sure all the max depths are correct. For the nut, I want to go down about 1/8 of an inch. For the perimeter cut, I want to cut all the way through the blank so that I have nice sharp edges. And then, like I said, for the frets, I'm going to go down something like 2/100 of an inch just to scribe the lines there and make sure everything's okay. And so once we export the G code, it's off to the CNC machine.